Hello, guys. Welcome to episode 3 of the Faithful Findings podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about eternal perspective. I talked a lot about this in episode 1 and wanted to give it its own episode to explain it. So, this is going to be a shorter episode than most, but I felt it was important. So, eternal perspective is the belief of looking ahead. A lot of the times, especially as a kid, you'll be told to look at the end goal. Remember, keep in mind where you're trying to go, where you're going to get off track. Eternal perspective is the same thing. It's just farther ahead. It's a wider and longer goal than what you would normally have. So we believe that after you die, there is more. You don't just die and everything stops. When you die, you continue on. You know, you can go to heaven, and there's more there, but it depends on how you hold yourself on earth. You have to maintain the standards that are asked of you. So that's where eternal perspective comes in. Because when you die physically, you continue on for eternity. So you have to keep in perspective the eternity that you have coming. So we call it eternal perspective. So every little action you do here can impact your ending, how that goes. You have to keep in mind what you're doing here impacts your future, not just on earth, but in eternity, which is why we push so heavily to teach in our church about eternal perspective. Now, it's not it's not like a core, you know, doctrine of our church, but it is a something we use a lot to explain, you know, keeping on the right path. So, this is extremely important in my eyes that this is always kept in mind. And it's one that I try and teach to people. It's something I like to start with pretty early on, and when I'm teaching people, when I get to, I don't get too often, but when I do, I feel like it's important to touch on that. So, as I said, this is gonna be a short episode, so I'm actually gonna sign off. So I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.